Hi, I'm Richard, the creator of VegPlotter. Now, this video is a bit of a confession, but before we go into that, I need to get outside. Now, I'm ashamed to say, for the last 2 years, I've completely neglected my garden. I didn't grow anything last year, and I only grown a few things the year before that. So, and I miss it. I really miss being out there. I spent far too much time at the laptop, so things need to change, and that's what I'm going to do this year. So it's lunchtime, it's a beautiful day. It's time to start that change. Time to get out there and do an hour of work. Right, let's get on. This was my garden 2 days ago. As you can see, it's absolute state, but this year is going to be different. I'm going to carve out some time, really get the garden singing. So for the last 2 days, I've managed to clear this bed. It can now be planted. I've mowed all the lawn, I've trimmed around the edges, and today we're going to tackle this bed over here, which is the last bed. And then we're going to, over the next few videos, we're going to create some more beds up here in the back to really get some proper growing space. Now, if like me, you need to get an overgrown bed to a plantable state, then you've got a few options. Now here you can see I'm hand weeding, which is one. I'm simply going through the bed and pulling out all the weeds, especially the deep rooted weeds. You've got to really dig down and get out the deep roots, otherwise they'll just come back again stronger. Now, the other approach is you could simply just trim back or mow back this overgrown top layer, and then you can lay down a layer of cardboard and then a layer of compost. Now it needs to be quite a bit of compost to go over the top to allow you to plant in, but if you've got a supply of compost, or you know where you can get some and you know where you can get some cardboard, then this is a great approach too. But I don't have that, and it's already end of March, so I really need to get planting. So I have to decided to just weed this by hand. You know, later I might start using the no-dig approach, especially as I have much more time to source sort of good supply of compost, and then that becomes a lot easier, and it's also better for the plants, better for the soil, and it helps create a nice structure in the soil. But for the time being, I'm doing this quick and easy approach of just hand weeding the bed. Now, if you're wondering what tool I'm using here, it's called a hori hori, and it's a cross between a trowel and a knife. They're really great for hand weeding. Now, we often run a giveaway for a free hori hori and a lifetime subscription to our garden planning software. Now, if you're interested, go to vegplotter.com/newsletter, and the next time we run a giveaway, we'll let you know. You need to get all the root out. All interconnected, look at that. Proper nightmare. You don't want to leave any of these juicy bits in. The little ones are not so bad. Right, for an hour's work over the lunchtime and a couple hours over this weekend, I think that's pretty good. I managed to get the garden to certainly a plantable state, and yes, we need to create some more growing space and more beds, but that's a challenge for another day. So I've got to get back to work now, but this afternoon I'm going to take you to see something that's very exciting. Now, unless you're retired, it can be really hard to find time in the garden, and as a parent it's even worse. Now, I've got both going on. I work full time, and I have 2 teenage kids, so you know it's a challenge. But I think if I'm smart, I can find some time. You know, I have lots to do, so I've got to walk this one regularly, so I've got to make sure that all's done. I've got to feed the kids, obviously, make sure they're safe and well. Like this. And this. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think I can do it.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. Oh,
Now, weather like this is another challenge. You know, you have a spare hour of a day and it's raining, so you can't really get out in the plot. I used to have an allotment and I had it for 3 years, and I used to keep it nice. I had 2 young kids and a full-time job, and I was still able to do it. And I think the key reason is that I had plot neighbours, and there's a certain pride in keeping your plot nice and looking good and productive. When all your neighbours are doing the same, they all help me just to keep motivated. So I've made the decision to try and take on allotment again. So this is a site near me. There's one other site which I've put my name down, and I've put my name down to this one. But this one has some neglected plots that are clearly haven't been used for a couple of years. So I'm hoping that there is no waiting list here. I haven't heard back yet, but fingers crossed. Let's watch this space.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through.
We've got one! I can't believe it. I've only had my name on it for 2 weeks. I can't believe it. That's mad. I'm just out on a walk. They've called me. It's 6:30 in the evening. It's like 2 days after I filmed the last video. Or this video, I suppose. I haven't even finished editing it, so I think I'll stick this on the end of that. Anyway, what do I know? There's 2 people going for allotments. It was only a short waiting list. There are 3 plots available. I think 1 large one and 2 small ones. And as I'm in the parish, even though I've just put my name down, I get first dibs. So I'm going to go and have a look tomorrow. I can't believe it. I'm made up. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, next video was going to be about me sorting out the rest of my garden, but plans will have to change. They're going to have to be, I'll show you the allotment, whichever one I go for. Super cool. I'm super happy. Are you happy too, Scruff? Scruff's happy as well.